And you've really shared a lot because, like you said, you talked about the magazine's evolution and really your evolution in the media space and other interrelated spaces. What would you say is one of the biggest hurdles, or if there's such a thing, a recurring hurdle?
Uh-huh.
Because, like you said before, you talk about the growth and expansion, but sometimes there is some regression. But what would you say would be, again, either the biggest hurdle, main hurdle, or a recurring hurdle that it kind of keeps you on your toes, and like they say, iron sharpens iron, keeps you as sharp as you are.
Mhm. I would say, um, I guess the feeling of being good enough, right? I think that's a hurdle that never goes away. It is something that you learn as you go, right? Okay, so little old me, I created my burgeoning magazine, right? The very first one, it was the one that came out the door, and I'm like, oh man, I got it. They gotta let me in the door. But there are levels to a lot of things as you continue to grow and expand. And I'm okay with the fact that you're not letting me in every door because I do feel like you still have to kind of showcase your knowledge and your time kind of spent around things. But I do also feel like there should also not be gatekeeping situations where you feel like what you've done when you get into those same similar spaces is not good enough. And so what I've learned to do is that sometimes you can't keep chasing after what other people are doing. You have to believe in what you're doing and you have to stand on what you're doing because you never know who it's going to inspire. I have come across so many of those type of situations where it's been like a check to myself like, hey, tapping on myself like, hey, you just did that, right? And it wasn't confirmation from bigger people and bigger spaces. It wasn't because somebody had to continuously tell me, but I had to learn that within that was enough to get me to the next level. And look where I am right now, right? I'm still independent. Um, and then of course, like maybe a second half of that would probably be just funding. I think and having the financial literacy to understand that just because you have the money doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to take you far because you still have to learn how to sell to your audience, right? If you put yourself in a situation where now you've got all of this funding, but then you don't have the knowledge to say, well, hey, how do I get it into these people's hands? Yeah, it may be a great opportunity, but how am I reaching these people? So knowing that you're good enough, or just that, imposter syndrome is what a lot of people say. And then learning how, when you get the tools, the necessary tools, how to move forward with those same tools. So a twofold type of situation.